A few years ago, I took a challenge. It would be a challenge that would stretch me, a challenge that would break me, a challenge that would change the way I see our city. A day without shoes, for me, went beyond a hashtag. In fact, it tagged those that I would have never thought of. Bearing my feet to the cold concrete was like bearing my soul. I began to cry. I began to become uncomfortable. I began to hurt. You could say that it was partial embarrassment. I showed up to multiple meetings that day barefoot. People asked questions, people stared, people pointed and talked. But that embarrassment that I felt became a reality that many experience. I'm not just talking about a third world country. I'm not just talking about across the border. I'm talking about here, now in our city. I'm talking about here, now in our schools. Bearing my feet to the cold pavement was like unblinding my eyes. I realized I didn't have much, but I had plenty. I realized that my biggest problem was choosing where to go eat or have coffee when others don't even have a place to call home. I realized that Jesus was serious about me inviting others to the table. It was this day that God broke me, broke my heart so that I would not look down on them, broke my body so that I could weep with those who weep, broke my tendons so that I would finally stretch out my arms. So the question is, will you take this challenge? A challenge that will stretch you, a challenge that will break you, a challenge that will change the way you see our city. A night in the wild.